Well, I'd like to welcome in to the Shepherd Home Health and Hospice Studios, the president of Southwestern Oklahoma State University, Dr. Joel Kendall. Good morning.
Morning, Todd. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for coming in. How's your summer been?
Summer's great. We're winding down. This is our last week of summer school.
Wow.
And we've gotten all our camps kind of out of the way. Our big band camp was last week with 500 students, and sports camp's winding down. So that's all going out, and now here comes the fall. And so football players are already on campus practicing, and so that's kind of signaling the start of the new era.
And then you brought a special guest in studio today. I don't think I've ever met you before. What is your name again?
My name is Philip Simmons.
You were just with us yesterday. What's going on? Are you hogging the spotlight or what?
That's what it is. We've got a conference coming in at the end of the week.
Yeah.
And I'm the chair of that, so I think that might have something to do with it.
Probably a little something. No, without a doubt. We're glad to have you here. We've got some exciting things happening at the library, too, that we want to chat with you about as well. Well, Dr. Kendall, you mentioned band camp, and that's just historically. I remember going to band camp up here when I was in school, and it's amazing how many students come from all over the state for these.
Yes, all over the state and out of state.
Yeah.
We have quite a few out-of-state schools come to it. We had 500 high school students on campus last week. And so, yeah, and what that does is it just kind of gets the word out about how the quality that we have here, but it also is a great experience for the students. I run into adults all the time that they're like, I remember coming to Southwestern. Even if they didn't come here as a student, they came to band camp. So that's what we're known for.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool because not only do you get that expert instruction, but some of these kids, that may be the first time, if they haven't gone to camp before, their first time to stay overnight, stay in the dorm, see what it's like to be on a campus.
That's it. It's fun to watch them run across campus that first day, especially. Maybe not the high school kids. They're kind of into it, but boy, that junior high camp, man, it's like cats running across campus. It's fun.
And speaking of that, it's amazing. I only clipped a couple of them with my car when I traveled down that road to take my shortcut into town. Fortunately, just flesh wounds, nothing big. No, it's great. But they eat here in town too and stuff, and see the sights. So it's neat that we can do that. So you talked to summer school last week. Mm-hmm. What were the numbers like this summer?
We were up a little bit for summer enrollment, and it's about half or a little bit less than half of what a regular semester is, and so we're happy with that. A lot of students, we get a lot of students coming in from another university, come back home to Weatherford and take some of our classes. So it's just an opportunity for them to get some more hours.
Now, is summer school still like it used to be? I want to say when I went to summer school, it was either 4 or 5 days a week, the same class every day, instead of like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday thing.
Yeah,
right?
Because you're squeezing that 16 weeks into 8 weeks.
Okay,
and sometimes even 4 weeks. And so, yeah, those students are in class every day, getting the same learning that they'd get in the fall.
That's super cool. So, well, it's good to see those numbers continuing to increase, and of course, fall numbers. We probably don't know anybody, but we've had a lot of freshmen pre-enroll, I would imagine. Right.
Our freshman numbers are strong. We had a new student orientation this week and had more in July than we had last July. So. It looks pretty good in terms of freshman numbers, and that's what we're excited about because those are students who live in the dorms, they stay in town, they go to our football games, and so as long as we keep building those numbers up, we're going to be really excited.
Now, when do the dorms open up? Because they open up usually a little bit before classes, right?
That is a great question that I don't know the answer.
Okay, well, that's okay.
No, they open usually the Saturday before.
Okay.
And so the exact date, I'm not sure, but the Saturday before semester starts. And you just we were talking off air about football players already on campus. That's one of the things that they do that day is they help move in students.
Oh, nice.
And so it's just a great thing. Coach Rice has them doing all kinds of things around town to be involved in the town.
Well, it's been exciting to see them out. Of course, this is the time of year they have to do the, quote, voluntary workout. So they're out there on their own without the coaches, but it looks like good numbers represented by the football team, too. I drive by there almost every day.
We got 90 kids on campus.
That's awesome. All right. Talking with Dr. Joel Kendall, president of Southwestern Oklahoma State University. Also in studio today, Philip Fitzsimmons, who is the archivist at the Al Harris Library. We'll talk more with both of them right after this.
State Representative Anthony Moore.
Rick Cook tells it like it is, and he doesn't back down. He's tough. He's direct. Rick doesn't care about political games. He cares about getting results and standing up for our values. I need Rick fighting right along beside me in the Oklahoma legislature.
Conservative businessman Rick Cook will fight to secure the border, protect rural Oklahoma, and stand with President Trump. Rick Cook for State Senate. Tough leadership, real results.
Hi, I'm Rick Cook. Help me make Western Oklahoma great again. Paid for by Friends of Rick Cook, 2026.
Deer Creek Market and Variety in Hydro, the best in friendly small-town customer service, hosting everything from fresh hand-cut steaks, fresh ground beef made in-house, along with fresh fruits and vegetables, grown and made in Oklahoma nuts, candies, salsas, pickles, and more. And don't forget to check out the Variety side, full of unique made-in-Oklahoma gift items. And now, treat yourself to the brand-new ice cream and coffee parlor, your new go-to spot for a sweet scoop or a fresh brew. Shop Deer Creek Market and Variety in Hydro.
All new drinks are now at McDonald's, with refreshers like the Strawberry Watermelon Refresher and the Mango Pineapple Refresher with popping boba, to crafted sodas like the Sprite Berry Blast with berry flavors and cold foam. Who knew ice-cold drinks could be so fire? 6 all-new drinks are here, now at McDonald's.
Refreshers contain caffeine.
Locally owned and operated by the Phillips family.
Congress is making progress on legislation to keep radio in every vehicle, but we're not done yet. Radio delivers emergency alerts, local news, weather, and trusted voices that keep our communities connected. Tell Congress radio still matters. Text AM to 39179. That's AM to 39179. Message and data rates may apply. May receive up to 4 messages a month, and you can text stop to stop. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Looking for a place where your child can learn to be a part of a team, grow, and have fun this fall? Join the Great Plains Family YMCA for youth fall sports. Whether they're ready to score goals in soccer, make big plays in flag football, or spike the volleyball, the Y has a place for every player ages 3 to 12. Registration is now open through August 9th, but if you sign up before July 19th, you get a $35 discount. The YMCA, where every player matters and every child deserves a place to belong. Register now for fall sports. The Great Plains Family YMCA on Airport Road in Weatherford.
Pepsi Prebiotic Cola in original and cherry vanilla. That Pepsi taste you love with no artificial sweeteners, only 30 calories, just 5 grams of sugar, and 3 grams of prebiotic fiber. That great Pepsi taste with even more to love. Pepsi Prebiotic Cola. Unbelievably Pepsi.
And all Pepsi products are brought to you locally, as always, by the Nicholson family at Pepsi in Clinton.
Over 20,000 square feet of furniture and appliances at Tot Fest. David.
Harold, we are the one-stop shop. Literally, we have mattresses, furniture, and appliances. We've been here 80 years, and the reason we're here is because we service people after the sale.
A big tradition going on at Tot Fest for 80 years, folks. Shop at Tot Fest for all of your furniture and appliances. Tot Fest, the best in quality, service, and price. Main corner, downtown Weatherford.
Welcome back to the Western Oklahoma Wake Up Show. In studio today, Dr. Joel Kendall, president of Southwestern Oklahoma State University, and Philip Fitzsimmons from the library. And Dr. Kendall, you had a special guest on campus yesterday.
We did. It's fun when people call and say, hey, we just want to come and see a few things. And yesterday, Ed Kelly came on the campus. Ed Kelly was the editor of the Oklahoman for many years, and he was actually in 1996 named Editor of the Year nationwide for how the Oklahoman covered the Murrah bombing. And so it was great having him on campus, but he wanted to see the Stafford archives, and we're always happy to show those off. And Phil Fitzsimmons does a great job of keeping that up and giving a great tour to anybody who wants to come by. And so that's what we got to do. And he hung out for well over an hour and just ate up everything Philip told him about the Stafford archives and all the other archives that we are over. So that's really cool. Now, did you take him aside and say, Ed,
what happened to the paper? No, I'm just kidding.
No comment.
No comment. No. Well, Mr. Fitzsimmons, pretty cool to have him. So he checked out. And that's something we didn't touch on yesterday, but you do have all of General Stafford's archives at the library, which is pretty impressive, right?
It is impressive. I consider it to be a national treasure.
Yeah.
It can't be replaced, and that's one of the reasons we've got to take care of it and to make sure that everything is digitized so that the parts that it's appropriate to put out there digitally are. A thing that you probably don't know about Ed Kelly is in the 70s, my wife worked for him at the newspaper.
Oh, that's cool.
And ever since she heard that he was coming, she's been telling me what a nice man he is, and she showed up to say hello. So that was a nice little moment.
That is neat. Yeah, my brother worked at the Oklahoma, and my best friend, Matt Jones, worked there for many years, and a lot of people up there. And, Ed Kelly was back in the glory days, without a doubt. Back when they actually still delivered the paper to Weatherford and Clinton and Cordell. Don't get me started. Sorry about that. But let's touch on the archive thing, because you mentioned digitizing things. A lot of people hear, oh, so-and-so's papers are at this library, archives. How does that work exactly?
How does that work? Okay, so in 2013, General Stafford wanted to donate his archives, and so what they do is whatever it is that he wants collected, of course, a lot of it will be staff. They get them from offices and things that are already in other museums and things like that, and they get cleared and then given to us. And once that happened, then when I came here in 2007, my mission was just to scan and make sure that everything that was in the Southwestern room was available for people. Well, we had to up our game, which is the reason that we have the SWOSU Digital Commons, which we're approaching 30,000 items, which includes original research from both SWOSU students and faculty. We've got about 16% of it is publications from the Mythopoeic Society and other documents. But the absolute jewel, are the things that we get from Stafford, and that's a little bit more tricky. There are things that as an archivist, I know that we can put up things that need to wait and the like of that. But here's what we have: the family has given us photo albums from when he was 5 months old.
Oh gosh,
we've got photo albums of him sitting in the 50s with his baby daughters. We have a photo album that the Soviets gave him special from when his team went there as part of the cultural exchange.
Yeah.
So the thing is, these are not things that were originally owned by NASA. So because of that, we have to both take care of them and have the highest quality scans so that others like the National Archives and the Smithsonian can just take those and use them. Do you want me to tell you about the scanner that we're getting?
Yeah, because that was just what I was going to ask. I imagine the amount of scanning, you don't just go down to Walmart and pay $80 for a copier scanner to do all this stuff.
No. In fact, whenever we were at our meeting yesterday, Garrett King did a great job of describing it. Remember what my original mission was, and so at that time, we had an ATIS scanner, which is more or less the lower end of the quality of professional scanners. Well, now we have a national treasure that needs to be have the highest standards, which are the federal agency's Digital Guidelines Initiative.
So they actually, of course, the federal government would have specific guidelines. Right?
Guidelines,
pixel rate and all that stuff.
Yes, it's 110 pages.
Wow.
It's called FADKI, and the the scanner that we are in the process of purchasing everything is FADKey compliant. Not only is it FADKey compliant, but it is fast. So what my expectation is, let's say that we got it in December.
Okay.
I would expect to be able to between me and my technician to be able to at least scan everything that's in the Stafford collection within about a year. Now, that means that there's a lot of cataloging and things that also need to be done, but that would be done. Now, we've got Dr. Bakshi, Bosky, the biologist, needs to have photographs of the fauna in the natural history collection. So he's got 10,000 photos of flora ready to go.
Well, we have to have the fauna.
We've got to have the fauna.
You're going to have flora. You got to have fauna,
and it requires the machinery that I've just described in order to get that done in anything like a useful way. We've got things like we've got the newspaper, the Southwestern newspaper starting in 1909, which have been scanned using the ATIS. So I don't put that on our beautiful platform. It all needs to be redone.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So it's going to be a higher quality. But because I've enjoyed, you mentioned the Southwest, I've enjoyed going back to my time on campus and pulling up some of the old, issues. Oh, hey, I recognize that professor. I remember that person.
Yeah, I mean, we do still have all of the yearbooks up.
Yeah.
And Joel Kendall and Jerry and I's history of Southwestern. We've got, what's his name? Flegel, who wrote the first 50 years for his master's thesis.
Nice.
In there. So, I mean, we have got so many wonderful things. And it's over 3 million downloads that have been done internationally since 2016.
It's pretty cool.
And that's what you were talking about. This is open to the public.
Yeah.
And so just yesterday when Ed Kelly came in, he's like, I wanted to look up my high school basketball coach at Perry High School. He played basketball here. So all we had to do was, and all anybody has to do is put the name in and
keywords.
search.
Yeah.
And we found every time that person was mentioned in 1968's yearbook and all the newspaper articles and all that. So that's what's really cool. It is available for anybody, and the Stafford archives are the same. Yeah.
Yeah, and what was, I'm not worried about things like this being a married man, but if I was a single guy, maybe, I had this hot girl in my class back in 1984. I wonder what happened to her.
And it just never crosses your mind.
No, not at all.
It has not happened. But let me go back to that story I was beginning to tell you, but that Garrett King said it really well, that when I came here, we had like a low-level mission to do, and it was appropriate technology that have. But over the years, the mission has slid until now we've got like a 10 mission that we have to require, but all these years we've had a 5 level of technology, which is one of the reasons that everyone is administration is behind us completely in getting this new equipment. So thank you, Garrett King.
Well, and Garrett King, what he said, but also the foundation stepped in and has helped us buy this new scanner, which is state of the art, and we're really happy that we're going to be able to use it.
What does something like that cost? If you don't, I'm just curious.
$5.
$5. Oh, that's amazing. No, I'm sure it's tens of thousands when you talk about something.
$150,000.
Wow,
it's $150,000 piece of equipment.
That's impressive.
Yes.
So, yay to the foundation for stepping up and helping.
Yeah.
So what we did in April is it's called the Digital Transitions is the company. So what we're going for is the Digital Transitions Atom. And they contacted me and wanted to have what they were going to call the Digital Transitions SWOSU Roadshow, where they would come to Weatherford, set up one of the machines, and I would get archivists from all over Oklahoma to come for a presentation, and that was a wonderful day. And then once it was set up, I mean, this is a really complicated piece of equipment. We got to just keep it for over a month.
Wow.
Yeah.
So in something like this, I imagine it's, I think of scanning an old photo one at a time. Can, with this new machine, you just put in like a mass collated copier and just put in a bunch of photos at once and scan them? How does that work?
The way it works is you've got a table with guidelines and everything, and it's fast. You have a stack of your, I shouldn't do that, a stack of photos, and you just pull them over, click, 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 and you can just do that all day long.
Sweet. But still, as you mentioned, going to take about a year to do this next round of documents, right?
Just the Stafford collection, but
Wow.
I mean, it's rows and it's aisles and aisles of things that we've got to do. Yeah.
But then you keep the original paper copies and photos, but you can keep those kind of in storage, and most people can access it digitally, which preserves it, right?
Yes. We keep the original in the vault, which is secure. It's got fire suppression, humidity, temperature. We try to keep the lights off unless someone's actually in there in order to preserve everything. And then, so there are decisions that have to be made as to which things are actually put on the digital commons. But by having them up there, we don't have to get them out of the vault. The less things are handled, that is another one of the things that you do in order to preserve your collection.
Well, super cool. Well, I appreciate both of you coming, and Mr. Fitzsimmons, one more time. A big shout out to MythCon 54. It's coming up this week, and people can still register?
People can still register. Just do a search for MythCon 54. It'll take you to that page, and you will see where it is that you can register.
If you love Narnia, you love Lord of the Rings, you ought to check it out. I'm just telling you. And once again, Google MythCon.
And I'm telling you, go there and see other people from all over the United States who are just like you.
That's awesome.
If you love those things.
Awesome. Philip Fitzsimmons, Dr. Joel Kendall, thank you guys
Thanks,
for coming
Todd.
in.
Yeah, appreciate it.